Recording in
And
progress.
I am with Simplilearn. We are the delivery partner with IIT Kanpur for this program, the Professional Certificate course in Data Science. So let's talk today about how this will help you develop your data science career. And our agenda today covers a little bit about you because I'll be asking a few poll questions. Along the way, we'll talk about data science and the careers in the field. Then we'll talk about what this program from IIT Kanpur offers you, how it gets you job ready, and enrollment steps for those of you who are interested. I'll try to cover your questions in the Q&A. So if you have questions that come up along the way, please put them in the Q&A function of Zoom, and I will address those toward the end at the Q&A session. Let's get started with careers in data science. So you're all here because you understand that data drives the economy. We have gone through a period of global upheaval. We were watching the world transition to a digital environment for a number of years over the last several decades. But within the last 3 years since the pandemic started, that transformation has accelerated tremendously. There was an executive from a Silicon Valley venture capital company who said at the beginning of the pandemic, if they had told us we needed to transition everyone here to work from home, we would have told them it would take 6 months and cost $10 million. When it actually happened, we did it in 3 days with no budget at all. And so this gives you an idea of the kind of upheaval and the scale of the upheaval that we've all gone through. Many of you are now working remotely or had been for a period of time. You went to non-contact ways of doing business with the people you buy things from or sell things to, and all of that moving onto your mobile devices, even the trends before the pandemic with fintech and transactions on your mobile devices, all of that generates data. All of that data is potentially useful to businesses. So they need a way to deal with the flood of data, the extremely high volume of data, and the fact that the data is coming from sources they hadn't anticipated in their original business planning. An example from an American fast food restaurant, Wendy's, had the chief marketing officer looking at the data coming in from the mobile application that they developed for the pandemic and realizing that he was now able to see consumer behavior in much more detail than he had been before when people were just ordering verbally from the drive-through window or going to the counter. Now he has digital trail of what a consumer prefers, what they order, what they habitually buy, and they can tailor marketing efforts to each individual consumer based on that data. But in order for them to do that, they have to have people who can draw business insights out of the data, who can help them tame the massive data, the flood of data, and turn it into actionable advice, predictions, and insights. The amount of data that we have to deal with in the world is far greater than anybody could have anticipated. IDC says 175 zettabytes by 2025, but that's a prediction that probably is a little out of date, and the number may be several times higher. So we look at the scale of spending on data analytics and data science, on big data, understanding of data, um, and it's skyrocketing. Size of the industry continues to grow, and demand for industry specialists and data scientists continues to grow. There's a lot of different paths you can take in data science. So you can, of course, become a data scientist, which is a long-term path, takes you through the uh, applied and theoretical background, looking into the statistical underpinnings of data modeling and creating algorithms. You can be a data analyst, where you focus on application of data models to create insights and provide data to business leaders or policymakers. You can become a big data engineer or architect, where you actually focus on the collection and conditioning and organization of data for use by data scientists and analysts. Database administrator, which is also focused on the technical aspects of data organization and storage. You can become a business developer, business intelligence developer, I should say, or analyst. So applying data analytics to business problems in particular. Statistician, looking at qualities within the data and providing um, information about patterns to the data scientists and analysts who will turn those patterns into models. You can go into the artificial intelligence realm with artificial intelligence and machine learning. You can go further into deep learning, and you can be a manager of the analytics process and providing kind of the traffic controller of providing information to the users. So a lot of different places you can go in a data science career, but to do that, you have to really have uh, up-to-date skills across the board. You need to understand how to design algorithms, to understand principles of data warehousing, organizing big data so that it's usable by algorithms and analytics. You need to understand the different types of analytics: predictive, prescriptive, and descriptive. You need to understand the way that the data is extracted and processed and turned into knowledge. You need to understand the principles of machine learning. So we've talked about these paths. I think I went backward. Um, so all of these, and being able to do visualization, of course, and telling the story that the data tells, translating that into a form that policymakers or business managers can use. So let me ask this first question, if I may. This first question is, what is stopping you from taking management certification? Sorry, data management certification, sorry. So what's stopping you from becoming a data scientist, being certified in this area? I'll leave this open for about 20 seconds more. You can put in as many of the issues as apply to you. Is it because you can't find a curriculum that covers all the skills we talked about? Is it because you don't feel you get the practical experience you could use to demonstrate your new skills? Is it because of the way that most programs teach from pre-recorded lectures, or is it um, a time issue for you? And I'll close the poll in 5 seconds. And here we go. Here is the result. The major objection most people have in this audience is wouldn't get the practical exposure you need to be able to show, yes, I have used these new skills and here's how. Um, then people also mentioned the other issues as well. So I'm going to share with you how this program addresses those issues. The Professional Certificate Course in Data Science from IIT Kanpur. The QR code will take you to the program page if you're interested to have that up. But the duration of this program is 11 months. It requires about 10 hours to 15 hours a week because there are weekly live classes um, and they're held on the weekends. The rest of the time, you can access the learning management system 24/7, so you do not have to do all of the work on a fixed schedule. The class schedules are set for 4 hours Saturday, 4 hours Sunday, but other than that, you can do your project, your labs, your reviews, all of that on whatever schedule fits you best, on whatever device you have. You use your desktop, your laptop. You can access videos on mobile devices as part of the program. So you're able to study wherever and whenever you have the time. And the curriculum is very comprehensive, and I'll detail that in a bit. Um, it's aligned to the needs of industry. So IIT Kanpur has designed this program so that you will end up qualified for jobs within industry based on the requirements that they've received from different employers they work with. The weekend classes are online, are live. You have instructors who are lecturing to you live and taking your questions live. You can interact with them, um, and they can take you through exercises and projects and coding exercises directly so that you have the chance to get immediate feedback if you have any kinds of doubts or blockers that come up. And I mentioned the entire program, other than the scheduled classes, is on your time, on your schedule. So you can do this alongside your school or work obligations by 10 or 15 hours a week total for that 11-month duration. At the end of the process, you receive a certificate that's issued uh, by Melty and IIT Kanpur jointly through their and ICT Academy, part of IIT Kanpur. And this certifies that you've completed the course, gained the skills, and they're willing to attest to that to anybody who asks. You have applied online learning along the way with industry experts, with faculty members, instructors. You have the hands-on projects and integrated labs that you do within that same learning environment. And that includes a final capstone project that ties together all of your skills so that you can demonstrate to future employers or your current employer um, what you've learned and the fact that you're now fully capable of using those skills. And along the way, also, you get master classes from IIT Kanpur faculty. Um, for those of you who are not familiar, the Indian Institute of Technology Kanpur was established in 1959. This is the same year that I was established. It is currently the home of a number of major national initiatives in technology, including the National Blockchain Project and the Interdisciplinary Center for Cybersecurity and Cyber Defense of Critical Infrastructure. And the reputation of the university, of the institute, is extremely high. And this is the reason why it's been entrusted with these major critical initiatives. The professional certificate course gives you the master classes from the faculty, the capstone project, and the certificate. And having the name of this institute on your resume is a prestigious accomplishment. People will recognize it. We talk about the eligibility. If you are interested in taking this program, you will need to meet certain eligibility prerequisites. The main one is having a bachelor's degree. It's to be in a related field, and it needs to have 50% marks or higher. Related field meaning you have to have some prior knowledge of or experience in programming and mathematics. So you'll need to have taken some college level mathematics, have some experience in programming, which can be formal or informal. And you do not have to have work experience, but it's highly and strongly recommended that you have at least 2 years of formal work experience. In the real world, not necessarily in technology, could be in any type of work, but work in a formal setting. So you have an understanding of how organizations work and what their need for data analytics and the products of data sciences. So with that, I'm going to ask another poll question. And this one is based on your experience. Just to get a feel for who's in the audience today, are you currently in school or are you in the workforce? Leave this open for another 20 seconds or so. And I'll end the poll now because the numbers have stopped changing. So we have about 55% of our audience are people who are currently in school. Maybe a little early for you to enroll in this program, but I'm glad you're learning about it. For the rest of you, you are eligible from the work experience standpoint, and I see that number of people here who have more than 5 years of experience. So I'll share with you how this program can help you move your career ahead if you're at that level as well. Let's talk about how this program prepares you. First thing we'll talk about is the curriculum. The curriculum consists of a set of core courses and projects and a set of electives. The electives are available to you at no additional cost. They're based entirely on how much time you want to put into the program and which ones interest you. But let's talk about the core curriculum first. There's an induction session. The induction session is just an orientation to how to use the learning management system, when the class schedules are, what to expect in terms of your overall curriculum, how to move through it. So basically all the things you would get in so to speak, a freshman orientation for using this online education system. You move into your first course with your live classes in statistics essentials for data science. So statistics being the underlying principle of how to use data to gain insights into the world. Statistics that describe what has happened, describe what is happening, and describe what is likely to happen based on patterns of data. So that's the foundational course. From that, you move into a programming refresher so that if you don't have recent or extensive programming experience, you don't need to worry. This will be a course that gets you back up to speed. The next course shows how to use Python in data science applications. Python is, of course, an important language. From that, you'll get exposed to the principles of machine learning and how algorithms can use data to refine their predictions and their models. You'll go into a Tableau course. Tableau is a tool for data visualization, and data analytics, data science is only valuable if you can communicate its findings to people who are maybe not familiar with data science principles themselves. So Tableau helps you turn data into visual representations that lay people can understand. And finally, the data science capstone, which is about a 3 to 4 week course that you do in under the mentorship of one of the instructors. And this is where you pick a problem to solve, uh, create your own solution, implement it. Your instructor will make sure that you stay on track and don't run into any blockers or doubts. And that becomes essentially the final exam for the entire program, because that will be evaluated and will determine that you earn your certificate. Let's look at the electives along the way. The master classes happen monthly. You highly recommended you get exposure to the faculty talking about their uh, particular areas of expertise. Um, Practical courses among the electives, you can study business analytics with Excel. Excel still being one of the most widely used tools for doing data analytics and presentation. You get you can choose SQL training to understand how the database principles work for management of data. You can choose Power BI to go into another tool for business intelligence and visualization. You can study the R programming language for data science, which is a very powerful combination, and you can get exposure to some of the more advanced AI and machine learning topics like natural language processing and speech recognition. Fascinating area. So all of those are available to you at no additional cost based on your level of interest and effort. A number of different tools that you will use, and you will need to be able to show that you can use them proficiently in order to be able to complete your coursework and your capstone project. So at the end of this program, when you list these on your resume, you will have actual examples of the work you've done with each of these tools in order to be able to um, demonstrate and prove your proficiency with them. Things like Python and the different libraries like NumPy and SciPy for processing uh, different kinds of data analytics problems. The R language I mentioned, um, things like Matplotlib and Pandas for visualizations, TensorFlow for machine learning, Tableau for visualizations. All of these are part of the program. We talk about different projects, and here are some examples of the types of things that you will um, do perhaps as capstone projects. Mobility as a service, so working on the kind of problem that a company like Uber would face, a company like Mercedes-Benz, and times the data science problem in manufacturing, Walmart for their data science problems in retail and predicting their seasonal sales patterns, e-commerce, um, how their recommendation engine works and how you would recommend to improve it, telecommunications, looking at ways to improve the customer satisfaction for a provider of cable and internet services. So these are the types of projects that you'd be presented with, that you can choose from, and that show how you use your new skills to solve real world industry-aligned data science problems. And that is for the capstone. You'll be doing a number of projects along the way in each of the courses, but when you reach the capstone phase, you'll focus on one project that you've chosen, maybe from those previous 5, and you'll come up with your approach to the solution. You'll design your solution, you'll implement it. It's about a 3 to 4 week process. And once you complete that, you'll submit that to your instructor for evaluation, show that it does what your objective was and that it works. And based on that, you'll be able not only to earn your certificate, but you'll be able to take that project in future. And when you are in interviews or evaluations for a new job or a promotion, you'll be able to say, here's an example of the work I do. But this is a really important part of the program that gives you practical experience that you can use to demonstrate your new skills. So I'm going to let this gentleman talk about the learning management system itself. He's going to use an example of one of our other university partners, Simplilearn works with, for their digital marketing course, but the principles of the learning management system are the same. You'll see how the environment works and what the experience is like.
Welcome to Simplilearn and our online bootcamp, where millions of professionals have gotten the skills they need to succeed. There are 2 components that make our online bootcamp approach so successful. Great content from the world's leading technology companies, practitioners, and universities, and a unique and proprietary learning environment that was specifically...
Hold on for just a moment. I want to make sure that you can actually hear that. I'm going to fix this. Just realized I may not have shared the sound. All right. Oops. Let's start that over. My apologies.
Welcome to Simplilearn and our unique online bootcamp, where millions of professionals have gotten the skills they need to succeed. There are 2 components that make our online bootcamp approach so successful. Great content from the world's leading technology companies, practitioners, and universities, and a unique and proprietary learning environment that was specifically designed for high engagement and learner support. When you log into Simplilearn, you set the course timeline that meets your busy work and home schedule and keep track of your progress every step of the way. We'll help you stay on plan with automated and 24/7 human support. At the core of our programs are our live virtual classrooms, where you interact real time with trainers that are recognized leaders in their field. There, you'll review key concepts, get questions answered, and interact with your peers.
The important reports on the audience, if you notice, are demographics. This is super useful, especially if you're running ads, for example. You could do it on social media. Later, you'll learn social media marketing too. By looking at these numbers, you'll be able to understand the age range of people that you should be targeting. You know what? You could just focus only on that age category, show your advertisements to them. Very useful.
That's not all. You get to learn from faculty at global universities and industry experts via master classes. Ask your questions to top industry leaders in exclusive Ask Me Anything sessions.
So there's another interesting question on the chat box and say that to optimize in YouTube, you could use the rising section of Google Trends and optimize it. Okay, so let's go back to here, right here where it says web searches, and you can see that there's going to be the YouTube searches, okay? So now you can see that the YouTube searches is going to be, so there's a option under not just web search, and there's going to be a YouTube search, okay? So just go ahead and click on YouTube search, and you should be able to optimize your search results.
So what is in-stream ads? In-stream ads refer to when we come across any sort of original video. In-stream ads would appear within those video content. So you would be paused when you are watching an original video and lead to a video ad, and then go back to the original video content.
We believe people learn best by doing. Go beyond practice. Tackle practical problems with multiple projects and simulations, and work on a real-world capstone project that you can showcase to future employers. Your learning isn't restricted to just live classes. Explore our highly effective self-learning videos and other resources to fine-tune your learning and remain up to date always. You can focus on different learning approaches by subject to personalize the overall learning experience to your learning style and needs. At the end of it all, you get to walk away with globally recognized certificates from top universities for the program, leading companies for specialized courses, and Simplilearn. So, come on in, experience professional learning like you've never done before. Get started today.
So just to recap what you saw, the learning management system allows you to manage your curriculum. It lets you see the full learning path you're going to go through and what step you're on. Keeps track of which modules you've completed, takes you through that path in a defined sequence, gives you the live virtual classroom environment to interact with your instructors, gives you the environment in which you do your labs and projects on a virtual machine so that you don't have to have a separate set of hardware or software that you maintain. Lets you do all your tests and assessments in that same environment, including the capstone project. And it keeps track of all of your project progress, I should say, through the different courses, electives, unlocks the certificate for each of the courses and the final certificate for the program itself. Along the way, you have the ability to access 24/7 support for the platform, for the subject matter. You can interact with your peers in a community forum, and you can interact with your instructors between classes via email through the system. So all of that is available to you, again, 24/7 throughout the process. It allows you to work on your education in the time that you have available in your schedule. With that, introduce Professor, hold on a moment. Professor Kakara is the Poonam and Prabhu Goel Chair Professor, Endowed Chair Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and he is the Program Director responsible for designing the curriculum, putting together the program, overseeing the master classes. So he has a stellar reputation, and he's responsible for making sure that this program meets your needs and the needs of potential employers in industry. We can talk a little bit about learner outcomes. The graph on the left shows where people have come into the program from, what industries. Certainly a number of them from information technology, but also from banking and finance, from software products, pharma and healthcare, retail, manufacturing, because it's true that almost every industry has the need for data science talent and assistance in drawing inferences and insights from data. On the right, you see some of the companies that are out in the marketplace actively hiring for data scientists, and these include, of course, many multinational corporations. Throughout India, you'd find a number of the major corporations in India as well. So this is remains an excellent career field. Before I move on, I want to mention that we do offer, well, let's move on. Are you interested in enrolling the program based on what you've seen so far? Based on just what you've seen? Let me ask that question. We'll leave this open for about another 5 seconds. And here is the result. Almost 85% of our audience said that they are interested, said you are interested in enrolling in the program. So let me share with you the process for doing that. The enrollment steps. Because Simplilearn is a delivery partner with IIT Kanpur for this program, you will email us at askus@simplilearn.net. And what I'm going to try to do now is put that email address into the chat so that you can find it quickly. And let me make sure I get that to everybody. All right. So you email us, we will take a look at your information, request from you documentation of your educational background. We'll request from you documentation of any work experience you have. We may administer a couple of simple tests about your math and programming knowledge. And assuming that you pass that review, we will send you an admission offer. So the next classes start February 22nd. The induction, we have several inductions before each class cohort. One of them was today, so I'm not sure when the next one is, but it'll be within the next few days, probably early next week. And that will be, as I mentioned, just the orientation to the program when you enroll. But the actual formal classes start on 25th February. The cost of this program is $1,35,700, inclusive of tax, and we offer no cost financing where you can pay the cost of the program off on a monthly basis. So you don't have to put up the entire sum up front. So if you are ready to enroll, contact us at askus@simplilearn.net. If you are looking to do this sometime in the future, contact us anyway, and we'll keep you in the loop, informed about future cohorts. So let me share this with you just to get a feel for how soon people would be interested in enrolling. I'll leave this open for another 15 seconds. And I'm going to close the poll in 5 seconds. And there you go. So half of our audience are interested in enrolling either in the cohort starting this month or the ones starting in March or April. They do recur frequently. And for those of you who are looking to enroll further down the road, please keep in touch with us by contacting us at askus@simplilearn.net, and we'll be able to answer any questions you have and then move forward when you're ready. So at this point, I'm going to go in and take a look for the questions that you put in. Bear with me for a moment as I hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Looking through the chat to see if I've got a question there, and then I'll look at the Q&A. So we have a question from the chat. A number of you asked if you get a certificate of attendance for this webinar, and I'll tell you how to get one of those if that's something important to you. Let me move down. Duration of the course we talked about, which is 11 months. And let me go into the Q&A here. Let's see, just, pardon me, a little issue with the webcam placement. Move here. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. What is a data analyst? A basic question, but that's actually a very good question. There's several aspects of data science. So this course covers data science in more general sense, in that we talk about the principles of statistics, how models are constructed, then how to use the models, how to present data with visualizations, how models can be self-teaching through machine learning, can be exposed to different topics of deep learning. And all of this covers the broader subject of data science. Data analytics, data analysts are applied practitioners in data science. They take models and tools that are built by data scientists and use those to process data on an ongoing basis to create insights for their consumers. Data engineers focus on the technology and methodologies for capturing and organizing data so it can be used by data scientists and data analysts. And artificial intelligence and machine learning specialists look at advanced algorithms and technologies so that the models can become self-teaching. And all of those are different aspects within data science. I hope that answers that question. We have a question from Sudisahani. I'm a chemical engineer with 12 years of work experience in primary aluminum smelting. What is the future career for me if I pursue data science? So you have a number of different options. Data science in your industry can be used in the process improvement area to understand things like statistical process control, quality control, where to find new methods and ways to improve efficiency of production. Data science can be used in the metallurgy. If you want to move into a different domain, data science is a set of skills that you can use and to translate into other work domains if you want to move into a different industry. So there's a lot of great opportunities both within your current sector and field, as well as opening up other possibilities for you. I hope that answers that question. Giant asks, is it necessary to master coding of any language to join in this data science course? If you have any coding background, that will be suitable for you to join the course. During the course, you will be learning Python, and you will also have the option in the elective to learn R programming for data science, specialized language for data science. So no, you don't have to come into the program knowing a particular language. Just have to have some experience and aptitude for programming. Got a question, is it free of cost? I think we've covered what the cost is. I'll have someone who's already enrolled in the master class in data science, so I think you're going to find that that covers a lot of the same material. You probably wouldn't want to duplicate that. But again, you can contact our learning consultants at askus@simplilearn.net and find out if there are important differences. I have a career breakup. Anya says, I have a career break. Can he continue his course after this? Continue his career after this course? So the important thing is that if this is going to give you a new set of skills, it's going to give you a new set of skills that you'll have demonstrable experience with the capstone project. This may open up new opportunities for you. The fact that you have a career break is not necessarily a limiting factor for this program. So again, contact our learning consultants and ask their advice on that. What is the difference between this and the master class? So master class covers a lot of the same material. However, this course offers access to the IIT Kanpur faculty through the master classes. It offers their curriculum design, and the certificate is issued by them. So this program has a different focus and a different cachet to it, a different quality to it. And so this is, again, going to give you the kind of endorsement of IIT Kanpur in the form of their certificate. I have 18 years of experience. So we have an anonymous attendee, 18 years of experience on the non-tech side. Am I eligible to learn and grow in this profession? So in order to get into the course, you don't have to be a technologist. You do have to have the aptitude and basic experience in programming and mathematics, and we will offer you an assessment test on that to see if you're eligible to enter this course. And there may be other options. If you're not prepared for this particular program, we may be able to help you with other options. But certainly people who are not technical move into the technology field very, very commonly and succeed well. So there are tools that this course and other programs from Simplilearn can offer you that can help you make that transition. We may be able to give you preparatory courses that will prepare you to enroll in this program. So again, contact our learning consultants. Similar question, post-certification, is there a job placement guarantee? There is not a job guarantee. However, let me check one thing quickly. Don't want to offer you wrong information about the program. Let me just quickly check one thing. I apologize. Yeah. One thing that we offer is career assistance. So for 6 months after you earn your certificate, we will give you access to career assistance through IIM Jobs, which is our partner in India for the career assistance program. That includes access to their exclusive job board, but more importantly, it includes resume preparation services, where you will be working with a resume writer to go through your resume a couple of times and rewrite it so that it is suitable to pass through automated tracking systems and AI filters, and so that it's still suitable when it appears on a hiring manager's desk to attract their attention. And the third element after the job board and the resume rewrite is the one-on-one interview prep service that they offer, which is a service where you get to meet online with their interview preparers and go through several rounds of interview preparation to be able to handle phone screens with HR, to be able to handle the technical interviews with technical managers who are going to evaluate you for jobs, and to handle management level interviews for your ability to be a team player and fit in with the culture of the company. And so you get the ability to do one-on-one mock interviews and prepare for each of those. So all of that is available to you for the 6 months after you earn your certificate. This is all to help you with your job search, although it is not a job guarantee program. Hope that helps you. Silverman Roy, can we call ourselves data scientists after the completion of this course? In a certain sense, yes, you can call yourself data scientist because you will have studied data science. You will have a grounding in the principles of data science, so you will be a data scientist. Data scientists engage in lifelong education, and so you will want to look into if this is if your goal is to become a data scientist at a high level within organizations, you'll want to look at further education beyond this program, simply because that's kind of the career trajectory and the educational trajectory for preparation to ongoing work in data science. But you will have the foundation and the background to be able to call yourself a data scientist. Okay, will this course benefit a machine learning and computer communications research scholar? And the answer to that question is, what level of work are you currently doing in the field, and will this be additive to that? Will it give you a more rounded set of skills? Will it take you deeper into machine learning? So you'll want to contact our learning consultants and look at our syllabus, but this can be a help to you. The career options I think I talked about in terms of all of the different paths you can go within data science, machine learning, data engineering. Nagaraju asks, I'm a banker with 12 years experience. How can I step into IT with a master's in data science? So a program like this can help you make that transition. With your background in banking, you have the domain experience, you understand the needs for data science in that field, and you understand the challenges that banking and financial industries need to solve with data. So having the background from this program will let you start working on those problems pretty quickly. And so this is a good program for making a transition of that type. A person who says, I do not have coding or language experience, only Excel, can you make a career of data science? So You've noticed in Excel that you've used a number of tools for charting, for finding patterns and graphing them and that type of thing. And you also have other data manipulation, data management tools in Excel. And so it's got some of the basic qualities for data analytics. And so you have some exposure there. They want to take a programming class, an actual online coding class on a very simple level in order to prepare for this course. But you would want to ask the learning consultants at askus@simplilearn.net and find out if your background is suitable for entering into this program, or what preparation you might want to take to get ready for this program. But if you have a desire to enter into the field of data science and have an aptitude to grasp the concepts, then yeah, you can be successful in this career. Can you get presentation? Last question. So yes, we will send you an email with a copy or a link, rather, not a copy of, but a link to this recording so that you are then able to review this, access the material. So expect that email in a couple of days. With that, just want to check the chat box for a moment. All right. Yep. So with that, we've reached our time, and I'm going to conclude the webinar with a last question. Share that. So if you need help with getting enrolled, final questions, let us know. And also answer yes to this if you would like to get a copy of a proof of attendance certificate for today's session. So if that's something that you would like to receive, tick yes here. And if you would like help from our lending consultant, tick yes here. I'll leave this open for just another 10 seconds since it's a yes or no question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. About 40%. But with that, I want to thank everyone. Again, the QR code takes you to the web page for the program. Contact us at askus@simplilearn.net to ask questions and get the enrollment process started. And on behalf of IIT Kanpur and Simplilearn, I would like to invite you all to join our learning community. That concludes our webinar for today. Thank you so much.